Hello everyone, welcome to the Study Hacks Institute of GIS and Remote Sensing. Today I will discuss a very important topic, mainly how we can quantify surface water area changes using this monthly water history data. So I will try to explain all of details. So I hope after completing this full tutorial, you are able to quantify surface water area changes monthly. So basically this is a data set. It's called the JRC monthly water history. So basically this data set contains the map of the location and temporal distribution of surface water from 1984 to 2021 and provide the statistic on the extent and change of those water's surface. And if you check some band, we can easily get it. So basically it provides this type of band, one band for the water detection for the month, and also water bit marks. So basically 0 to 1 water detection. So basically 0, we find out the signal 0 no data, signal 1 not water, and signal 2 is water. So in this case I will try to show you that how we can easily use the data and further how we can easily quantify surface water area changes. So let's go. So first of all, you need to simply import this data in your code editor. So for that, just click on the import. So now it will be imported, and here I already selected my study area, so you can simply draw the rectangle for your observed area, and I just put this variable name geometry. It's the default variable name, and this is my monthly history water data. So now further we just simply separate, mainly we just simply filter our image collection, so for your specific time period. So for that, just I take a variable. Suppose I put the variable name is that water monthly, and further I simply call my image collection because this image collection stored the full data set. So this image collection, just I need to filter. So just I put here the filter date function. So now I put my specific time period. Suppose I want to observe this result from year of 2017, 1st January, from year of 2000, suppose 20, December 31. So now I want to quantify the surface water area changes between this time period. So just I simply put my specific time, and further if I just check here, just I print this water monthly. So this variable simply print and put here the size function. So now it computing how much images are available in this variable. We find out the total 48. Okay, we find out the 48. So this is my total image collection. Okay, so after that, from this total 48 image collection, I just need to extract the water area, mainly water pixel. So if you check the data set, from this data set we find out that you can see bit number, basically bit number 2 is for water, okay, 1 is for not water, then 0 is the no data. So in this case I want to work only for that bit 2 signal. 2 is represent the water. So now I want to just simply work with that, and I filter only for the water. So for that I simply take create a function. So from this function I just simply extract the water body from total 48 image collection for my study area. So now further just take a variable again and create a function. I put the function variable name, suppose water monthly marks, and I simply create a function. Okay, so this function mainly help you to extract the water body from 48 images. So now create a function. So put here that function keyword, and I put the element name, suppose I. You can put a name as element, and further in this curly bracket put your argument. So in this time my argument is that I want to return this I equal to signal number 2, because if you check the band it shows the signal number 2 because I want to work only for the water pixel. So just I select here the water pixel 2 bit number, and further I want to update. Just I put here that update marks. And how I can update? I want to update, I take all of pixel greater than 0, okay, which is indicating about that water body. And further these things I want to copy and apply all of images. So for that just use here that copy properties, and these things I want to apply from system time start to system time end. So just I mention here the system time start to system time end. Okay, you can also name, there is no problem. So now this function will help me to select the signal of water, and further it also extract the only for those pixel greater than 0, and these things copy all of images. So now just simply this function connect with my collection. This is my total 48 image collection. Just I copy and further just I paste here, and for connecting just use here the map function. Simply use here that map function. So now this variable will store it all of things. So now I want to display the map. So how I can display it? So for that just take a variable. Suppose I want to display the map, variable name suppose water occurrence, and further I call this water monthly marks, this variable. From here I just calculate suppose mean. Okay, further if you simply use the clip function, clip with your study area which is geometry. Okay, so now display this result. So just use here map dot add layer and call this water occurrence, just copy, and then just click to the run. So now you find out this type of result. If you check basically this type of things, we find out that it's a water body and it's the non-water. So if you want, you also mention the suppose range or color. Suppose I put here that just I make a mean, suppose start from the 0, and also put here the max, suppose it's indicating about that 1, and I put the color plated. Suppose there is no water, it shows as a suppose gray color, and water body show as a blue color. So now run the code. So now you find out this type of mapping. So you find out this type of blue color, you find out the water body, and this type of gray color indicating about that there is no water. But I want to quantify water area change, surface water area change between this time period 2017 to 2020. Okay, this time period I want to calculate the surface water area change, okay, for this study area, because for each month how much water increasing or decreasing, we can easily get this information from here. So now let's check how we can easily calculate the surface, quantify the water surface area changes. We also discuss about that surface water area changes from the monthly. Okay, suppose each month how much water increase, or each month how much water decrease. So this type of information we can easily generate from this data. So now I will show you that how we can easily quantify surface water area changes for each month from 2017 to 2020, and we can easily find out that which month provide you that high water surface area changes. You can easily find out this type of information from here. So let's go. I will try to show you that how we can easily calculate this type of things. So in this case, I want to calculate total 48 images. This 48 indicating about the total 48 month. So each month image I take, and then further I calculate the area. So this is my main argument. And further is simply connecting with my total image collection, 48 image collection. So let's go how we can easily do it. So let's go, I will show you that. So for that we just create a function. Suppose I just take a function variable name. Suppose I put the function variable name is that water area. Okay, you can put any name as a function variable, you can put the any name. And further we just create a function. I put the function keyword and put the element. Suppose I put at the element is the I. So I is indicating is the one kind of element or one image. So now I just calculate the area. Okay, so just I take a variable. Suppose I put the variable name is that water area equal, and when you calculate the area we just simply use that ee dot image dot pixel area, and these things we find out the result is square meter. Further if you want you can also calculate the square kilometer. So for that simply use here the divide function. 1 is 6, so now you can get the result is square kilometer. And further I simply use here that uh, update marks, and then I just call the I. Okay, so it calculates the area. So now for applying this function we need to apply a function. It's called the reduce region. Okay, in the reduce region function, when you calculate for any specific boundary for maximum, minimum or average value, then we need to use the reduce region function. And then I calculate here the total ee dot reducer dot sum. It calculates the total area from each images. And further you mention your study area. This variable name is that geometry. And further we set the scale mainly it's a 30-meter resolution. And further we simply put here that it's get from area. Okay, just I mention here that area. So now after doing these things, what I return from this function I simply put in here. So just use here the return function. I want to return from this I, it set the water area. So just mention here the water area. So just I call this water area and I set the keyword and key value water area and let's put the water area. Okay, so now we find out this type of information, and now from here we try to calculate the quantify the water surface area changes between this time for each month. Okay, so now you find out this type of information. Okay, I think some mistake in here. We find out this error sign. So any mistake in this here, will let me check. We need to create here the dictionary. So for that, just use the curly bracket start and curly bracket end. Okay, so now it's okay. So now this function we need to connect with our 48 image collection, and this 48 image collection mainly is track only for the water pixel. Just simply copy, and for connecting just paste here and use at the dot map function. Okay, just put in here. Okay, so now it calculates the area of each images. So now if you want to check for the first result, so just put here the print, and I want to print from the water area. Suppose first month I want to create, just put here the first, and after that we can easily represent a chart. The chart represent the easily represent the each year water surface change area. We can easily find out from here. So if you check, we find out this type of information here. You can see we find out that this is January 27. We find out that 0.36 square kilometer area of water body we find out. So now this variable is stored all of monthly change area. We can easily find out this information from here. So now these things we can easily represent as a chart. Okay, so we can easily make the chart, and further we can it look more better. So for making the chart, just take a variable. Suppose I put the variable name is that chart, and then I simply use here UI dot chart dot feature dot by feature. And now in this case we already create the water monthly marks. Basically water area we already calculated in here. So basically it's called this water area, this variable I simply copy and paste here. And then further from here just I mention this one for the system time start, system time start, and another is that water area. Okay, so just I call this water area. Basically this thing, simply copy this variable and then paste here water area. So now it create the chart, and further we set some option. Suppose I want to add the set options and mention here that different types of suppose I put the line width, point size. Okay, so just put here that line width, suppose line width is that 0. Okay, and then put here the point size. Point size I put at the 1 pixel, and further this chart we simply print. So print the chart. So now let's check what happened. Okay, so now we find out this type of chart. So just click on here. So from here you can easily get the idea. Suppose if you check, we find out that this point show that water area, basically it's the 27 1st November, we find out the 1.5 square kilometer area of water body. Okay, also you can see then it also increasing in this December 1.01. Okay, we also find out that you can see the January. Okay, so we find out the data from each month. Basically from this data we find out that each month result. So this is the process, and using this process we can easily quantify surface water area change using this data set. I hope you also enjoy this tutorial. If you have any question regarding this topic, you can simply write the comment. And in this time I also give you an announcement for our upcoming online training program. So if you want to join my live training program on Google Earth Engine, you can easily join, and our upcoming training will be start from that 17 January. So this registration is the open, and in this online training program basically we focus for beginners who don't have any knowledge about the coding, or who don't have any knowledge about the Google Earth Engine or JavaScript or Python code editor. So you can easily enroll this online training program, and you can easily learn all of things from beginners to advanced level. And if you check all of details from my website, so this website link I already added in the video description. Simply visit and then simply check all of course content for the first day, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day. And when you join this online training program, you also some get benefits, such as you can get the course e-certificate after submitting all of assignment. You can get the all of materials, mainly slide, PDF. You can get all of practice code, as well as you also get that recorded class, and also lifetime teaching support. So regarding this online training program, if you face any problem regarding any issue, you can easily get the support for any time. So if you want to join this online training program, you can simply contact in this WhatsApp number, also contact with this email, and then book your seat. And we also provide first 10 rest will get the 50% discount we also provide. So if you want to join this online training program, simply check all of details, and as soon as possible to get 50% discount, complete your registration. So today is no more. Thank you for watching that. Stay happy, stay safe.